This is code.org, and we have some fishes. Yay, and a shark. Roar. That's a dinosaur. I don't know what I just did there. All right, so even more sea creatures. Woo! You should now have fish that wiggle as they swim right on the screen. Bubbles. Yep, we got bubbles. We got sharks. We got a whole party maybe. Find a school. We have a whole school of fish. Well, except yeah. Anyways, find a starfish animation that you like. Add the new sprite to the scene. So like always, I could draw this. I'm not going to draw this. You are happy. I am happy. No one wants to see me do that. Holy cow. I am absolutely picking this. It is terrifying. Great job, whoever selected this for these lessons. That is incredible. Great. All right. So, and it's called Starfish. I might just call it Starfish 1, just so it's easy to find for me. Awesome. So my terrifying starfish is ready to go. Now, when I hit run, we won't see anything because it's a sprite. We have to make it. So I'm going to head over to here and I'm going to go ahead and pull out this first block. Just to make it easy, I might put it on the top of these. I might just put it down here at the bottom. I'm going to get rid of my shark scale. Actually, I just resized my shark. You don't have to do that. So I'll name this Starfish. Shockingly creative, I know. And then I'm going to hit run and see that box. What? It doesn't work. Why? We always have to do the set animation. Right now we made a variable, but that variable doesn't have anything assigned to it. The computer says, all right, you want this thing at 200, 200. It smacks it down in the middle here, but it has no animation. So thankfully, I have something called starfish. Now, I made these match. They might not match. If you're a starfish over here, just make sure you get these. I'm going to put this back, actually. Starfish 1. Cool. So I can name my variable anything. I named mine Starfish, but I have to find the appropriate image title for it. Boom. And that is a terrifying, gigantic starfish. All right. Resize the starfish if needed. Yeah, Godzilla of starfish might need a little resizing. So let me drag out scale here. Right there. And I'm going to resize it. Something weird about this, it's in percent, but not like 90%. You have to do 0.9, 0.8. I'm going to do 20%, which is 0.2 size. And I broke something. Oh, yep, that's because there is no sprite. There's a starfish. I have to tell it what I want it to resize. Okay, that seems much more reasonable. Honestly, it's still a bit large for a starfish. And that thing has definite presence, so we don't want it to steal the scene. Wow, that thing is weird. All right, sure, that's fine. All right, use the counter pattern to make it slowly fall from the top of the screen. Ooh, and they're going to make us make it spin. All right, so if we want it from the top of the screen, I need it to start off the screen way up here. Right now, it's centered at 200, 200. Now, as long as you're running the program, if you drag your mouse over here, it shows us these numbers, right? So that's 200, 200. Now, if I want it way up here, notice Y is 0, but I want it off the screen. So I'm going to try Y at negative, I don't know, 50. Let's see if it's off the screen. It is definitely off the screen. So that worked. Now, where do they want us kind of slowly falling from the top of the screen? It looks like we can set it at the same location every time. So I'm going to do 50 here. I'm actually going to set this for now to make sure I know where it is to 50, but we need to set that to a negative at the end. Okay. I'll probably do 150 maybe. Cool. I like it there. Now, I need to randomize this. So let's grab random because we have to random starting location. Okay, so I'm going to grab a random, and I like it at 150, like I said, so I'm going to keep it limited, though. I'm going to do 100 to, and this can be whatever you want, right? If you want it to be able to go anywhere on the screen, but I'm going to keep it to the center area, okay? You could do 50 to 350. 400's off the screen, though, so boop, let's just make sure this is working. Yep, cool. So that's what I want mine to be randomized at. And now for the falling. All right, just like we did here, it's going to be super similar, except, it's now the Y value we're going to be updating, not the X, because Y is up and down. Boop, and I'm going to drag that here. Now, something super weird about Y in this. Usually, 0 is at the bottom of our graph for Y, right? That's not the case. At the bottom of the graph for y is 400. At the top of the image or graph or whatever is 1. Now, if you have this off, you can also just look at the grid this way, by the way. So we got to keep in mind, you have to add to y to make it go down. It trips people up. It trips me up half the time. So just keep that in mind. So now I don't have any Sprite. I have a starfish and I have a starfish. And I want my starfish's y value to get something new. So what's the new value? Okay, well the new value for starfish y is starfish's y old value. You can pick how fast you want it to fall. I'll stick with 2. We seem to be liking that. Plus 2. That thing is an absolute terror. That shark is terrified. It should be. Alright, so now we gotta rotate it. Not a big deal. We can use the counter pattern again. So let me slam this in here and I'll talk about it. Cool. And notice I did starfish rotation equals starfish.rotation plus 2. We can control how fast we want it to spin. Maybe you want, I don't know, 4. Ooh, that thing is so scary. I love it so much. All right. And cool. We did it. I hope you have a terrifying starfish as well. Onward.